friends. This is a big thrift haul. I went a couple of stops, a couple of different days on my own, and then about 3 days ago I did a little outing with my precious mother-in-law Sue. So I would say 90% of what I've got is a Sue haul, because she's so sweet and so good to me that she whistle britches her way up to the cash register and pays for my things just because she's that sweet. So, and we have a good time when we thrift, so you know, that's fun. But she's way too generous, and I tell her so. But you know, she's stubborn too, and I can't talk her out of it. So let me start off with something really good, and then my last item will be really good. And for those of you who have commented and said that you really like my longer videos, well, this one's probably going to be pretty long. I'm looking at the clock over here. Okay, it's 8:25 p.m. because, you know, I'm kind of a night owl, a little bit of a night owl. All right, first up, look at this doll. I mean, she's not a doll, she's a figurine. Okay, I looked up what this beautiful vintage thing might be, and I think she's a garden ornament. It's wood. It's made out of a solid piece of wood. And the way that this looks, and the way that the little thing on top has rusted, so you know, it could have been hung. Oh man, that's old. But you can see all the wear and where it's worn off, and she's two-sided. She's two-sided. I think this is one of the most unique, precious things that I have come across. I've never seen anything else like this little cutiful doll. She's just cutiful. She's so cute. And I'm very excited to have her. And I know we're just right up on Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh, what's today, Ben? It's the 10th? He doesn't know, and he's not even on camera. But he's got stage fright. Okay, I think it's the 10th today. But I realize it's close to Valentine's Day. But I am going to set this up in a little Valentine's Day display on the long console in my foyer.
No.
Today's the 9th. Okay, good. So if I do that video tomorrow and try to get it out the next day, maybe I can have it out before the 14th. Not that it would matter that much, but you know, I am trying to do every Valentine type thing before the 14th. So she's adorable. Look at her peeping out from that bonnet with that eye. Look at that eyelash. She's so sweet. Okay, excited. Oh, I didn't say how much she was. $14. I felt like that was a little bit much to pay. A little bit much till I looked her up, and she's worth way more than that. If she's like what I saw listed online, and it was hard to find. Had to look a long time and type in all kind of different descriptions. Google Lens didn't bring up anything. Google Lens kept bringing up paper dolls that looked like her. But this is a wood cutout. Substantial and wonderful and so good, and I'm very happy to have found that. Okay, next up, this was $1.98, and I just thought it was cute. I mean, it's real wood, and I don't know, it doesn't have a brand name or anything, any kind of tag, but Choose Happy. I just thought I needed to see that in my life. Thought it was super cute. All right, $1 for each piece. These little vintage shakers. See that on their chests? Oh, this one just has one hole, and this one has two. Okay, so I've never looked up the answer to this question, but is pepper the two holes because it's light and it's harder to come out? Or is pepper the one hole because it's spicy and you don't need as much? Somebody tell me. Please comment and let me know the answer to the question of which has the fewer holes, the salt or the pepper. I don't know. Okay, these are, let's see, 2 pieces for $2.50, and it was not a half price day at the day that I stopped by the Home Place thrift store. But I love the mint green. They're not porcelain. They're melamine, or I think Melmac. Melmac? Is that the name? That's the name. Look at me just looking over my glasses at you like I'm a 99-year-old. Okay. I think these need to be incorporated somewhere with my my romantic green vignette in there. Or if not those, maybe these. There's 4 of these priced separately at $1 each. They did have a maker's mark on there, and the gold is so pretty. It's worn a little bit, but that's a beautiful green color as well, and that might actually be even cuter with my green stuff. I'll try to throw in a little pop-up insert photo if I can think to go ahead and stage these before I make the video public. And I'll try to. I really will try to. Okay. I don't think this is old, but black currant, whatever that word is. This was 50 cents, and here's why I bought it. It's got sticker and stuff on it that's going to need to come off. I thought it would be really sweet to put some kind of little makeup accessory to put over there on the little girl's vintage vanity so that they could pretend they're putting on makeup. Listen, I put some baby lotion in a little milk glass jar and set out a new fresh little set of makeup brushes in a jar over there. And I let them dip their brushes in that baby lotion and put it on like they were putting on makeup. Oh, they had the best time. But I need to get some more baby lotion. They asked for it, and I didn't have any more. I had to squeeze the last drops out of the one baby lotion bottle I had. You know, I like baby lotion just on myself. I love the way it smells on babies, but I just like it, you know, just good old Johnson & Johnson. They make the purple now, which is calming. Maybe chamomile or something in it, lavender. I don't know, but all those are good. I like them all. Okay, this, haven't even unzipped it. It says fragrant sachet with essential oil, $3, sandalwood and incense, calm. And I love sandalwood. It's one of my favorite scents. I like earthy scents, but that's these little things. Aren't those very sweet? I love them. I think that print on there is just ever so cute. And they still have a lot of scent in them, probably because they're closed up in a bag with this. Oh, wait just a minute. This sachet is not necessarily the same. We just got a little mix here. Okay. I thought this was just a label that went with the little fabric sachets, but no. This one is an unopened. Well, I can't. Ooh, I can tell. That's so good. You know why I love sandalwood? Because I think it smells like the best cologne my husband ever wore. What's the name of that cologne? I can't remember, but I loved it. And I need to get him some more so I can be after him and make all his dreams come true. Okay, this is a $1. Okay, it's from the Swiss colony of Wisconsin. Pfeffernusse. I can't say Pfeffernusse cookies. I can't say that word. And I couldn't find an exact match when I looked this thing up. But don't you think that's a beautiful crest emblem there? I think that's a good thing. It's very, very old and crusty and rusty in there, just like I like it. Okay, so I have a little gentle tin collection. It's not an aggressive collection, but meaning I don't pick up just every tin that I see, and you know, it just has to strike me just in a certain way for me to pick up a tin, and I do pick them up when they strike me in a certain way. Okay, speaking of packages, I could not figure out a thing about this except that these words, Google Translate says this is a pastry shop in Vienna, Austria. And the little box had stuff like it would have been jewelry in there. So I really have no idea what it originally, I paid $1. I don't know what it was originally. It looked kind of reproduction old, not truly old, but you know, kind of reproduction old. But I really like the way the girl in there looks. And I thought she also, because of the red, I thought she also would look good in a Valentine display or a romantic display. I think that's very sweet. I'm just all mixed up here. I'm just going from one crazy thing to another. All right, this set of bookends is so heavy. What in the world? I know this part is wood and I know this is metal, but that's the heaviest piece of metal. $2 for the pair. It had a $2 sticker here and a $2 sticker there. So when I went up to the cashier, I said, are we talking about $2 for each piece or $2 for the pair? He said, let's do $2 for the pair. And I said, well, let's do. Okay. I didn't really want to pay $4, but they're so sturdy and they're just begging for some kind of crockery. I'm just imagining in my mind a vintage crockery stamp. It's a good flat surface. I love the color already. That needs doing. That needs to be done. That's maybe on an upcoming thrift flip. This is a thrift haul. Thrift flip's what I'm talking about. Okay, $1.99 from Goodwill, probably Gunnersville Goodwill, and it doesn't have any kind of markings that I can see, but it has the bale top, which, you know, is the, can I do it? Can I be trusted? Anything of any age that this glass top survives, if it survives a year, it's probably a miracle. But this one appears to have survived a long time. Not sure. I haven't yet looked up the comparative on that, if that's a reproduction or new, but the metal looks really aged to me. So, you know, whether it's a true antique or a reproduction, if it looks old and you like it, and it blends with your other antique things, well, that's just a bonus. Just use it. And, you know, sometimes some of my things get broken. So it's helpful to me to think to myself, well, maybe it was just a reproduction anyway. So maybe you don't have to know the answer to all these questions. Okay, these little doopsie-doos are from, what? I thought I had already read this. Christmas Tree Steps. Is that what this is? I don't know, but it still has the tag, the brand new tag on it. And I got, okay, it says 4 for $1, but the day that I was in this shop, all the yellow stickers were 75% off. So I got these 4 new in the package for 25 cents. Now, you know I can't leave that behind. I've told y'all that I try to get really small little cups like this. Pioneer Woman makes some really cute little tiny cups. That's what I've been putting in. I'm hiding all the bigger ones. Bistro Blanc. Anyway, these are good for, you know, chicken finger dip or little portions of, you know, salsa or anything. But I really like that. Those are a good classic shape and color, and they'll go with anything else. And I will wash those, run them through the dishwasher, and put them right in my cabinet. Okay. I've got a 5-month-old baby grandson who has been, I think he's cutting a tooth. But this sweet little bib was 25 cents. And I really love the way the little button is just a knot of fabric. That's so sweet. Just a knot. And it's that really soft muslin fabric. I think that's very sweet, and the little giraffes on there are sweet. So that's for Aaron Gage, who's been probably cutting a tooth because he is super interested in biting on anything he can find to get a hold of. These, oh, it's just one. I thought it was 2 dish cloths, but it's 1 dish towel. But it had, look, it has that good thing. I didn't see that. 98 cents. And this is my favorite kind of absorbent, everyday, useful dish towel. And it's a nice fall color, but I'll probably just use it no matter what season it is. And this for 98 cents. A larger tea towel. Does it have a brand name on it? It does. Loomed for Park something in North Carolina. I'm sorry, y'all. Even with my readers, some stuff is too tiny and too blurry. But that's a good basic, very nice linen tea towel. I have a pumpkin roll recipe that calls for your pumpkin bread to be rolled up in a linen type tea towel so that you can chill it in the refrigerator that way. And then when you unroll it and add your sour cream and all that and roll it back up, it kind of wants to go back to that rolled shape. Okay, found something for Claire. I think this is Claire's size. These were $3 and they're leather and they're the cutest little adorable. I think she might be in a size 5 right now. Now this child is almost 3 years old, but the other day she came to my house wearing an 18-month-old little romper. For the love, she's tiny. She's a tiny little girl, so I'm sure this will work for this coming spring and summer. Very cute. All right. When you pull him, he goes wonky. He rolls wonky on purpose, and his little wings go up and down, and his head goes back and forth. And this looks like something so sweet that I think is going to come. I think it needs to be Isaac Cade's, $1. Beautiful, nice. That's a high-end brand. I don't even know who sells it. Okay, and Melissa and Doug items are just so classic and so good. 50 cents for this wood truck and trailer, and it says horse carrier on the bottom. And when I looked up images and listings of the Melissa and Doug horse carrier, it has like, you know, the thing that would be for the horses to ride in safely, and some horses came with it originally. But you know, for 50 cents, this is all things good for little boys. Don't even. For little grandsons to play with, and my granddaughters like to play with them too. Okay, so it's tired. I think it needs a new battery, but we already have a play jigsaw. Now, I've never done my own pedicures in front of my granddaughters, so I don't know where they get this idea, but at different times, both Margaret and Claire will get that play jigsaw out, and if I'm sitting on the couch or in the recliner with my feet up or my feet on an ottoman, they'll come up and they'll want to work on my toes with the play jigsaw. I said, now listen here. I keep my toes pretty nice, thank you. They do not require any kind of jigsaw, but it delights them to do that. And now since they've started doing it, they keep doing it. So I'll report back and tell you what they do to me with this thing, and it was $1. It's doing all right. Maybe I won't change the battery until it goes completely silent. Maybe we would like for it to go completely silent, because that jigsaw, I think the other one, this one says Black & Decker. The other one might be a skill saw brand. The green, is that skill saw? Is that the brand? It's green. I don't know. Okay. What else? There's just so much. There's just so much. It was just a good day. Sue and I really just decided we were just gonna be thorough about this thing. We're gonna go to we went to about 4, at least 4, and we made the rounds. We looped the store. Each store we looped a couple of times, and you know that's advantageous to do that, because they can put out stuff while you're there and while you're looking. But if you go down the aisle this direction the first time, come down the aisle that way the second time, because you'll be surprised what you missed on that first go-round. If you're coming from a different direction, your eye's just naturally going to see things that you didn't see the first time. I don't know how that works. It must be a psychological thing. Okay, I think these are just so granny chic. So sweet. I believe they must be placemats. And I paid 99 cents each for these. There's 4 of them. And I don't my dining room table is too busy for me to set it up with placemats and a place setting and dishes and all that. I can do a centerpiece, but this kind of thing, or my crafts, or the boys come up here with their laptops and do their homework. You know, I have 2 sons in college who are still living at home, and it's just, and we eat supper here. So, you know, I don't get to make a play pretty table. So I use things like this a lot of times as layers under other displays. But I'm loving the vintage loose weave linen look of that, and I love the really intricate scroll looking monogram. So there are 4 of those, and I don't know where I'll use them next, but they're so cute. I'll find something to do with them next. No cutting board left behind. $1.99. I don't need it, but I thought one of my daughters might. So, and speaking of daughters, I have a friend who's my daughter's age, and she just got a new place to live, and I saw this and thought of her. So I'm going to give that one to her. Let's see, that cutting board, did I say $1.99? And this one was just $1. It is so cute. It is kind of a plasticky thing on the back. Look how cute it is. I think that's sweet. Anyway, I think she would like it. So there's that. Do you see? Do you see this crazy thing? I bought this for the frame, for the love. Paid $2, and it's got some crazy, oh, that's not crazy. It's just, what even is it? Amelia Earhart. Courage is the price that life exacts for granting peace. It looks like a magazine image torn out, but I will be replacing that. I have something special in mind. I have already sent it to be printed off for me. And can you appreciate how thick? Look how thick. 3 fingers thick. See how old it is on the back? You know, there's no telling what's under here. You wanna have a little adventure? Oh look, I've got a knife. Let's pray that I don't injure myself live in a video. This is a steak knife with a round tip. So let's just dig and see what's in here. Sometimes I open up an old picture and it still has the original old picture in it. And that's ever so exciting. One time I bought a picture in North Carolina, Bryson City, and I opened it up. Who knows why? Because I did like what was on the front, but I liked the frame even more. And when I opened it up, it actually had 3 vintage prints in it. Okay, let's see what's in here. Pieces of paper and nothing but it's a calendar, June 2022. So, you know, somebody did this very recently. Not my vibe, but okay, I have plans for this. And now that it's all opened up, I'll just leave it opened up. That'll make it easy for me to put my print in over the next day or 2. Very heavy. Okay, you saw me pick this up. Okay, I have plenty of wooden spoons, but there were a couple of items in here, $3.98, and I did pay $3.98 for the whole bundle. That's a pretty good steak knife right there. But I really liked that one. It's a little bigger and wider, and I really do use these, and my son prefers them as well. Some of these are just basic ones that you can get in a pack at Dollar General all day long, or Walmart. Yeah, some of those are just very basic ones. But you know, they would be good candidates to paint them or do some kind of art craft with. Just a basic little inexpensive rubber spatula. Now these look like they are actually cooked with. See, I love the way that looks when you can tell that they've been cooked with. That darkness and the worn stuff. Okay, so far the ones that I really will see, when I use this one, it'll look more like that, and it'll be prettier to me. It'll look nice. Okay, so that, don't care a thing about this. Don't need, I never use these. These are just like weapons. I never use these. I guess, what are they even for? Neat. But on the grill, in the house, probably because I've always had so many little children around, I just felt like that was just asking for an impalement. And I just didn't think it was worth it to have it around. Okay, there's one that also looks used. But the real reason I bought the whole package was for... Look, that's so little. Why? Why? Look, it's like small. It cracked me up when I saw it. What is this? Is, you know, if you had, is it for cheese? We're a cheese eating family. But it's, you know why I'm laughing? Because I can see a little chef dressed doll holding this in his hand. But you know, it couldn't possibly be anywhere a child could. It looks really sharp. Looks really dangerous. Anyway, never seen anything like it. I did like the spoons that looked used and that big wide spoon. And the other stuff of this I will share with daughters or friends or anybody else who needs them, because that's what I wanted out of that package. Okay. This has the candle holder in it. It is a candle sconce. $2.98, but it's marked C. That day, everything with the letter C was half price, so I paid $1.50. And that, I like that old-timey punched tin look, which was very popular in like the early 80s. So that's probably when this was manufactured and used. What is that? What does it say? Why do I care? This product, natural rubber latex. Well, this obviously is a slip of paper off of something else, because there's nothing rubber latex about that. Okay, but I like this as is, and it also would lend itself sweetly to some kind of paint treatment. And this little thing, okay, letter C, 98 cents, so I paid 50 cents. I thought this, I mean, it's made to go around a candle probably, but I just thought it was a sweet little accent to put with some of my granny chic decor or my granny dishes, or, you know, just around. And I found it almost at the exact moment that I found this, and so I just stuck it in there. Okay, at that same store, this swag marked $4.98, but the letter C, so I paid $2.50. And listen, this has got some lovely pieces. It needs fluffed up, probably needs some dust blown out of it. Now some of the pieces are bad, like I would just throw that away, just throw it away. But the rest of this stuff, like, look, that's a really good, like a peony or what, ranunculus? I can't say that word, but you know, there's a flower by that name. And this one, maybe that's the ranuncula, I don't know. But some of these are really pretty, and I'm just a sucker for the little berries mixed in. I love the little berries, and this was giving me all kinds of springtime happy feelings. And I do appreciate colorful things. I like colorful things, and this looked like it would be a happy thing to put over my kitchen sink. I thought it looked pretty good, even though it needs a little sprucing, a little fluffing up. It's okay, you can fluff it up. All right, for $2, this is an authentic, that is flour sacks or some, maybe feed sacks. I think flour sacks are the ones that were made out of wearable cotton. But this has been hand pieced, and it's as clean as can be. It doesn't look old to me, but it's made of old things. Probably this square was old, and then someone put it together, or maybe it was cut down from an old quilt. You know, that can be done. People do that. Okay. Very cute. I don't have any idea where I'm going to use that. I don't know. No plans yet. But you know, inspiration will strike. Now look at this. I did pay $6 and it wasn't even a half day. It wasn't even a half price day. Wasn't even a half price color. But this is enamelware. And it's a really sweet size. It looks precious, like it would have been used with my vintage 1940s and 1950s kitchenware. It's begging for a floral arrangement to go in there. Or wouldn't it be ever so cute? Look how sweet. Look how sweet that is. Well, look at it this side without the green price tag on it. Isn't that so sweet? I love that so much. That looks like it could be part of a photograph of some kind of lovely kitchen setup on Pinterest. Okay. Now, I'm not even sure when this would have been made. It says Wharf, and I haven't looked it up yet. W-H-A-R-F with a couple of numbers on there. I don't know if you could even see that. Do you see the pattern on it? This looks to me, if I had to guess, I would say 1970s. And, you know, still has a fantastic seal on it, as you could hear, you know. And I have been switching over a lot of my things. Over on my coffee bar, I now have all our different flavors of coffee in the blue mason jars, the vintage mason jars. Some of them are reproduction that were the correct color aqua. At first they made ball reproduction aqua blue. It was too bright. It wasn't the correct color. And when they first came out, I was like, why did they do that? Why didn't they make them the correct authentic color? And then in a few years they did. So I bought some of those. I probably did buy the first bright color, but they're all broken and gone now. But I'm switching ingredients over, like coffee or tea bags or whatever, because it just feels nicer than having things in a package or a box. And in order to tell what kind of coffee is in my blue jars in there on my coffee bar, I cut a piece of the label and stick it down in there with the coffee so that you can tell what it is you're getting, because we have a wide range of coffee drinkers in this house. Mine needs to be decaf and it needs to be something gentle. I can't do that espresso dark business. That's not for me. I like my coffee beige. All right. Now, I don't have any living idea what this is. What did I even pay for something that I don't even know what it is? I paid $3. Why? Well, look at it. That's why. Look at it. I feel like it needs something, some kind of hardware to attach it to something. And then it should have had a glass bowl or something. I don't know. But I like it. I even like the color that it is. And I will find some kind of hardware to hang this into, or just plain affix it to the wall. You know, they make little things that are like, you know, that look like a little omega sign with a... Anyway, there's ways where if you really want to, you can figure out a way to use something that you have no idea what is. I wondered if it might be part of a light fixture, but there's no wiring. I don't know. Winner, chicken dinner, if you can tell me what this might have been originally. I should do Google Lens on that and see if I can figure it out. Okay. Now, let's see. I don't want to do that yet. That's my favorite of the whole haul. Okay, I've got a couple things down here. This is a $5 tray that I've never seen one this big, in this color, in this shape. And I do believe it's truly vintage, at least like 70s or 80s. I think it's probably older than that, but that's pretty old. Ella, are you okay? That sounded awful. I hope you didn't hear it. But if you did, this is real life over here. Over here on my street. Okay. What are you doing? Talking to the dog, not a human. I don't know. She coughed or gagged or something. I don't know. She's constantly doing things that I think. Now, that's pretty rough. I paid $2 for this, and let me tell you what I love about it. I love this rusty wire. I love these rusty little eye hooks. I love all this paper that's just literally disintegrating. I do not like any of the duct tape, but if I take the duct tape, I can't say the word, duct tape. If I take it off, it's going to fall apart. But look at the scene. Now this looks like the same artist. I have a painting of Jesus, a print, an artwork print of Jesus that looks so much like this that when I first saw this, I looked hard because I just knew I was going to see Jesus in here somewhere sitting around. But Jesus is not in there. What does it say? R. Atkinson Fox. I don't know. Need to look that up. This original mat is so interesting to me. Oh, okay. We're getting all the glare. All the glare. Turn it, turn it, turn it. Do you see? It's printed on there, and then that section right there. No, it's all just printed on the same paper. It's not even actually cut out. But I'm going to try to let you see even cuter. It's a little waterfall with rocks. Can you see? Can you tell? So you have to lean something so that you don't get all the reflection in there. Okay, $2. And I love it. And I'll use it somewhere. Oh, I'm forgetting about my books. I've got a stack of books over here. But, you know, books are probably not very interesting unless you're just a book lover. And y'all know how I feel about books. Forever with the old books. Okay. Story of America has a nice linen binding. I looked up the publishing date in this. It does have a page that's loose. And this was 1975. That's newer. I normally don't get books unless they are 1950s or older. I don't normally get something that's 1960s, 70s, 80s, all that, unless it just strikes me. And I really liked that this says the story of America, and the subject matter is very interesting. It's full of old art. And I have a son-in-law who is a history teacher, and if he acts like it's a fabulous thing and he wants it, I'll probably give it to him. Okay. 4 years under Marsh Robert. I have no idea what that means. This says 1904. And I paid $5. No, I paid half of $5 because it was a half price day. And it did not say on the sticker, not included in the half price sale. So a 1905 book, anytime I can find a book that's that old, there's very few subjects that I would not go ahead. This looks like he might be a Civil War, but I can't tell if he would be Confederate or Union. I don't know, and I can't even see the publishing date, but it did say 1904. So the employees have written that 1904 on there. And dadgummit, I wish they would quit sticking the stickers on the front. I mean, at least stick it on the back. Don't stick it on the front. Because look, when you take it off, it sometimes leaves a blemish. Dang it. Yep, it's leaving a blemish. Calm down. George Washington, Father of Freedom, a discovery book. And I think I ended up paying 75 cents for this. It's 1964 because it does have a really sweet linen top cover. And I love children's books. Vintage children's books is a wonderful thing. Now, what in the world? Mother's Encyclopedia, expert advice on child care and family living from Parents Institute. And this was only 75 cents. The regular book prices in this shop are $1.50 hardbacks. And if it's half price day, look, when I opened it to this, I was like, I gotta have this. And y'all, is that not Elizabeth Taylor? I think it is. Look at that one. See that? I think she's Elizabeth Taylor. It's coming apart just at least a little bit. But, like I say, hardback books are $1.50, but on half price day I would have paid 75 cents. And then the last book that I got says The American People's Encyclopedia, A to Animal Life. So A to AN, evidently. And also this would have been just a regular hardback book that was $1.50 and I paid 75 cents. And the publishing date is 1951. And look at the beautiful embossing in the cover. Just gorgeous. Just beautiful. Okay. Now this next thing, I got to scoot, y'all. Scoot, scoot, scoot. This next thing, I really think is gorgeous. I love the detail. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting about that stuff back there. Okay, well I told you it was going to be a long haul. And it's going to be a long haul. Okay. It was $15, but it is extremely heavy. It's so heavy. Now, I don't know if you can tell it, but this kind of has some glitter in it. It's a little too gold. It's a little too glittery. So I'm probably going to do some kind of an antique wash over it. I do not think it's old, but I do think it's ornate, and I do think it's high quality plastic. You know what I mean. Okay, there's the top. And I don't know. This looks, I'm looking for the maker. What does it say? Styroco Incorporated. Doesn't have it. 21075 ST. I don't know. At first I thought it was going to say 2017, but it's 2107. Okay, so this is a brand that I have heard of before. I don't know if someone has come along and added some really bright glitter colored paint. Hey, you can see just about all the junk in my home. Look at there. You see my gourd? I still love that gourd. Okay, so I do plan to do a little something because I just don't love the glitter look. It doesn't look authentic to me. I'm not much for bling. Occasionally I will do some kind of glittery rhinestone bling kind of thing, but generally I prefer just an old worn look because that's just who I am as a person. Okay, these books, the entire series, well, I don't know if the entire series, but books 1 through 4 are present. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And these are so precious. 1957, but the original art was done. It's copyright 1957, 54, and 47. So it was just reprinted. So this one was printed in 1957, but the artwork was first done in 1947. That's what it means when you look for the published by date and it has dates in a row. It just means it was republished after the original. I can't even, y'all. I can't even stand how sweet that is. There's a hammock. I love hammocks. Said every hoarder ever. Okay. Look. And every page is so good. Okay, and the front book is by far the most worn out. And maybe because it would have been sitting on top of the stack. Maybe because it was used more than the others. It has got, look at here, Mary Sue, Donald, Donna, James, and Bill M. And Kyle. Why does that make my heart swell up? To see, this one says Mark and Jessica. Oh, I was looking to see. This book is loaned to you by the state of Florida. Okie dokie. So these were library books in the state of Florida. Let's see what names are in here. Elizabeth Ann. I'm fixing to cry. Grade 1, room 3. I'm so crazy. I'm literally crying because in the 1950s probably, some little child in the 1st grade held this in his hands or her hands, and they learned to read out of this book. Troy, Diane, Donna, oh my word, Sherry. Oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. Look at the pictures. Okay. I would rather have, okay, I think this was at the Second Chance thrift store. I think they let me have this entire stack for $1. I can't remember because I was so shocked that I had found them and so excited because not only had I found these very old ones, I found some new books that I think are just precious. Let's see. And they are a series. And these I know are intended for little girls or young girls. But I think they let me have this set for $2, and then the larger set might have been $3. I don't know. They do me the best deals in there. I come in there frequently, so I know all the girls in there. Dear America. These are Scholastic Dear America, like diaries, girls' diaries. And they're, you know, like I said, oh, look at all the ribbons. Isn't that a nice touch? I will read these. I will actually read these. And these are very recently published. And I did not find, I mean, I'm going to assume the publishing date is probably like after the year 2000. Oh, here it is. No, 1996. Well, it's close to the year 2000. But even look at the detail of the edges of the pages. See how the pages are kind of almost torn looking? Rough cut. There's probably an exact name for that. Okay. Laura Ingalls Wilder, On the Way Home. I knew this existed, but I've never read it before. It's an additional telling of Laura Ingalls Wilder's family's journeys. Okay, this one says Mama's Way, and it was just so very sweet. Blessings, and someone has signed it. It's even sweet without the cover, but this jacket I found extra sweet because it has all this very Scandinavian looking art on it. I think that's very sweet. And this was a contemporary 1000 Women, journals of somebody from the early, like, you know, pioneer days. I don't know, 1875, I thought it was on there. Okay. And let's see what else. Oh, that other big set. Oh. Okay. Now, I like these, and I will read them. But my son-in-law, who teaches middle school history, if he feels that the girls in his, these are all about girls. These are the Royal Diaries. Queen Without a Country, Mary Queen of Scots. Hawaii. I can't say that name. Kuilani. Eleanor, Crown Jewel, France. Okay, I will read these and I think they're lovely. But that whole nice, brand new, spotless, mint condition Scholastic set, I think it was $3. But if my son-in-law wants to keep them in his classroom for his middle school age students who need to be interested in history, do girls or boys, do we have readers anymore? I encouraged all my children to read, and they all do. But I don't know if children in their homes are encouraged to read. I hope they are. I'm going to also encourage my grandchildren to read. Okay, we're leading up to, oh, look. I'm pretty sure it's intended to be Christmas because I see like greenery and holly berries back there. But if that doesn't look like vintage Valentine's Day, I don't know what does. It was $1.99 because nobody else likes old Victorian vintage looking stuff but me. So, you know, the people who do the pricing, you know, it's to my advantage. This mirror is to my advantage that they think nobody probably would want it. But I do. And that is just adorable there as part of my Valentine decor. Okay, now here we come to this is next to last. This is hand-pieced, hand-quilted little lap quilt for $3.99, and I just couldn't leave it behind because it was too sweet. There's a string. Okay, do you see the little heart? The double row of hand stitching is in a heart shape in there, and I think this is absolutely, is this the log cabin? I think this might be called a log cabin pattern, that it's offset little rectangular looking stuff. And this is, I don't think this is old, but it's nicely done. I mean, nicely done. Well, you can see on the back the pattern of the hand stitching. Now, $3.99. Whoever was pricing this priced it as if it came off a manufacturing line cheaply. But this was hand pieced. Every little square was stitched probably on a sewing machine to get the pattern, all the pieces blocked together. But then in order to put the top and the back and the fluff, the batting in between, to get those together, then it takes a single needle and a thread going up and down and up and down and up and down by hand. This is hand done. And whoever priced it didn't distinguish between whether this was a manufactured item, which could have been cheaply and quickly made, or a hand-done item. So it was my job to save the quilts, even the baby quilts. So sweet. And my very last exciting item, I nearly passed it by because I just thought it looked like just something new that was worn out. It looked like a new teddy bear It's so sweet. Look at it. Okay, so upon further inspection, I picked it up. I was like, well, you know, that kind of looks like those old bears. Let me examine this thing. Just let me look at this thing. It does still have its eyes and its nose, and its little mouth is stitched in there, but it's so fuzzy around it you can't really tell. Every arm moves. Every arm, both arms move, both legs, so every limb moves. And they had marked it 12. Oh, look, it's worn out so that you can see the stuffing or the batting under there. See what it was made of? Literally worn off. Worn off. And that was my first clue that it's quite old. It's like, wait a minute, this is really old. And I do believe these pads may have had this corduroy added at a later time. So I'm like, there's got to be a tag on this baby. And all I could see of a tag was just the first couple of letters, TWY. I really couldn't make out anything else. So I typed in Vintage Bear, TWY, and the predictive function on your phone, you know, will fill in the blanks. And it came up with greater values than I expected. Now listen, this has some damage. This has some worn out places. I realize that. But $12 on half price day means that I paid $6 for something that is worth a good bit more. I was looking up the value of this in the truck. Ben and my son Sam had they had stopped at the gun shop. They were at the hunting gun place, and I took the vehicle and went on down the road to this thrift shop. And when I came back to pick them up, I learned my lesson. I don't let them drop me off and then come back to pick me up. They forget about me or something. I mean, it's like I don't exist anymore, and I'm just wondering where they are, and I'm calling them. I don't do that anymore. So I came back with a vehicle and got them. But when I looked up the comparative values that I found, I was like, oh my gosh, some of these say over $200. And at the same time, Ben and Sam both said, sell it. Sure. I don't think I can. I said, okay, I'll sell it. Maybe someday. It's too precious. What's wrong with me? I don't know. It's probably got a million dust mites in it. My brother-in-law told me not to sniff old 100-year-old quilts, that I was probably getting all kinds of 100-year-old allergens inside. And I said, it's worth it. I don't care. Just hush. This stuff has no smell. I would expect mothballs or cedar or mold. No. Y'all are paying good money to watch me sniff a doll, a bear. No, you don't have to pay any money. That's the thing. This is all for free. This is just free entertainment for all of you. And actually, it's a lot of good entertainment for me as well, because I love getting the feedback from friends who find these things exciting like I do. I want to find my people. I feel like I have found my people. Those of you who like and subscribe and comment and get excited with me over these things, I feel like we get to share in the discovery of the old things, and we get to enjoy, just plain enjoy, get a lot of fun out of these things. And I'm thankful for all of you who do take time to watch with me. And Buddy, this was a long one. That's for you. It's for you people who have been saying, I really wish you would make really long ones. Well, here it is. And this little bear says, I hope you have a blessed day. I hope your life is blessed. You do? Yes. And I hope, this is the bear and this is me, I hope that the Lord blesses you in ways that you have not expected, and that He draws you to lean into Him and to know Him more, and to read His Word and believe His promises, because He's not a man that He should lie. The Lord is a warrior. He's our safekeeping. He's our provider. He is all those things. He's our healer. He's our answer. And if you have not found that Jesus is your answer, then private message me. Email, my email, macain77. You'll find that in the description box at gmail.com. Email me. I'll talk to you. I'll pray with you. If you don't know what's going to happen to you after this life, please email me and talk to me, because I will be glad to help you discover some peace in knowing what's going to happen after this life, because this life is fun in a lot of ways, and it's also very hard in a lot of ways. And we can't just hope that this world is all there is to it, and it's not. There's something better after this, and I'll be honored to pray with you and to help answer your questions. If I don't know the answer to a question, I'll help dig it up. I'll do my best because I really love all of you, and I consider you my friends.